y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make the Eastern Mediterranean food known as the gyro. And for the gyro, you're going to need the meat, you're going to need the tzatziki sauce, and you're going to need pita bread. Now to make the tzatziki sauce, you need 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 medium cucumber, sliced, unseeded, and put it into the mix. You're going to need 1 lemon, and you're going to need 1 garlic clove. You're going to need fresh 1.5 teaspoons of fresh dill, 1.5 cups of plain Greek yogurt, and mix it all together and you have it. Now for the meat, you can have either lamb, beef, pork, or veal, or any of the other combinations. And today I'm going to be using 100% ground lamb, and you can either buy it at a select, buy traditionally made Greek gyro meat at a selected retailer, but we're going to make our own in an oven. And you can use any type of flatbread, pita bread, and for our own, we're going to use Greek seasoning with the meat, and we're going to top it off with sliced onion. Okay, now let's move to the kitchen. Hey y'all, okay, I'm in the kitchen now. This is where I'm mainly going to be working. I'm going to use the ground lamb and spread it out in the pan. And just so y'all know, the reason I'm using the ground lamb is because that's what all I could find in the area. It was very hard to find something. I could not find the prepared gyro meat, but you can certainly find it online. But this is what I'm using, and I'm going to make my own gyro slices. Sometimes these packages are really hard to get open. You have to be patient. And what we're going to do exactly is we're going to take all the meat and then we're going to pat it down and make it thin. So after we cook it, we can cut the thin slices like just like regular gyro meat. Okay, now that I finished flattening it, trying to make it as square as possible, making 90 degrees at the side to make the best slices possible. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to add in some Greek seasoning so that it might taste better. And it's important to go lightly. Okay, looks good. Okay, now let's move to the next step. We're going to move this to the oven, which has been preheated for 425 degrees. And let's go. Okay, I'm going to leave that in the oven for 20 minutes. I'm going to check it in 15. And so now we're going to start making the tzatziki sauce. And I'm going to mix it in this bowl, and we're going to use these ingredients. Okay, first step of making the tzatziki sauce, we're going to take the cucumber, cut it, slice it, and de-seed it, and then chop it up. And for your convenience, I'm going to use the slow-mo mode to do this because it's very time-consuming, and I'll do that for the other ones that take a long time. Now we're going to put in the yogurt. And so we're going to only use 1.5 out of this. And just put it in. and only half of the second to make it 1/2. Okay, and now we're gonna put in the cucumbers with that. Whoops. Okay, next step, we're gonna need to use the kosher salt and use 1.5 teaspoons and put in the rest of the stuff. Let's go. Just 1 tablespoon. Okay, now we're gonna use the 1 small clove of garlic and use a grater and put it in. Okay, now we're gonna squeeze the lemon. First, we're gonna cut it in half. And now we need 4.5 teaspoons in this grater. Okay, that's good. Okay, now that we grated the lemon, we're gonna empty 4.5 teaspoons in with the mix. That's good. Okay, now last step for the tzatziki sauce, we need to put in the dill. Okay, now that we've done cutting up the dill, we're gonna mix it in with all the other ingredients and the tzatziki sauce will be done. Okay, now let's mix it. Looks good. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's go to the meat. Okay, it looks great to be taken out. Pretty brown, maybe a little bit overdone, but okay, now that I've pulled the lamb out of the oven and let it cool for a little bit, now I'm going to take it off the pan and put it on the cutting board. It's very important to cut it in thin strips because that's how it's prepared. Normally, traditionally prepared meat, it would be cut directly off of a gyro cone, but because of the way we're preparing it, it's going to be like this. And when it's prepared on the gyro cone, it would turn and twist. And actually, the reason it's called the gyro is because it derives from a Greek word gyroso, which means literally to turn. And it's said that during the time of Alexander the Great, after his soldiers would come back from war, they would cook various meats on sword-like skewers over a fire. And now we're done. Okay, now we're going to cut the onion that's going to go on top of the gyro meat and the tzatziki sauce. Okay, now that we got the onion cut, we got the tzatziki sauce mixed together, and we have the gyro meat done. We're gonna put it together. And I didn't cut up tomato because I don't really care for tomato, but if you want to, then that's good too. Okay, now we're gonna put it all together on pita bread. Get a big, good slice. Take a few of these, put it like that. Some sauce. And now if I touch with the onion, and now we're good. Let's try a bite. Not bad. Okay guys, that was it. That was my tutorial for how to make a gyro. Hope you liked it. Please leave a like down below.